brush strokes, just bang, bang, bang. The colors are a little bit more impressionist, but too dark. Impressionists were much lighter in the blues and the greens. Also, you're beginning to see that weird kind of ghastly complexion, greenish color. He's portraying himself as an artist, though. Remember, Gauguin, if we didn't know Gauguin was an artist, you wouldn't guess that he was a painter. Here, Van Gogh is very clearly telling us, I'm a painter. The brush strokes, for instance, here, in Impressionism, remember how they were lighter, there were light strokes, and not this impasto. The impasto is when you use so much paint on your brush, or probably, this is probably what we call a palette knife, where you're actually, it's almost like something where you, like you do frosted cake with, you dip it in and then you could smear it that way. Totally unlike anything in the Impressionist school. But again, everybody is trying to break those rules because otherwise you're just copying an existing style. This is one of the last Van Gogh paintings. It's 1889. And as you probably know, he committed suicide. There is some minor dispute about that, a very minority view that he had bad relations with a couple of teenagers and that they killed him. But in general, everyone believes that he did commit suicide. The condition that he had, the medical condition that he had, was manic depression. And today we would treat that. It's a treatable condition, and often it's treated with a chemical called lithium. And it tends to tamp down the manic side and push up the depressed side. So I once said, you know, it's just too bad because he killed himself very early, although he had 900 paintings, but he killed himself at a very young age. Isn't it too bad that he wasn't treated with lithium at the time? I don't know if they had lithium, but or some treatment. And a guy raised his hand and said, but if he'd had lithium, maybe he wouldn't have painted like Van Gogh, which is absolutely true. Artists, it's something in the inside that makes